Greetings from Orangey Hills Center Court here on the Johnson Sports Center, Crusader fans. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. Welcome to another edition of the Crusader Coaches Corner Show. This week on the show, we've got head men's basketball coach Scott Flemming, as he's going to talk about the upcoming season, including a couple of big contests here at the Johnson Sports Center, as the Crusader men will host the College of Southern Idaho tomorrow night, Tuesday, in a scrimmage. And then it's the big one, the rivalry contest, the United Heritage Mayor's Cup, next Tuesday night, November 10th at 7 o'clock, as the Crusaders host the College of Idaho. Come on out to the Johnson Sports Center. Don't miss a moment of the men's basketball action. Also this week, the Crusader women's basketball team will be scrimmaging TVCC Thursday night at 7 here at the Orangey Hills Center Court. And then next weekend, it's homecoming, the volleyball team in action, and inductions of Liz Benier Nixon and Coach Darlene Brosh into the Athletic Hall of Fame. So be sure to come down to the gym for those activities next weekend. Now it's time for the Coaches Show. Welcome to this week's Crusader Coaches Corner Show. This week we are joined by new head men's basketball coach Scott Flemming, whose team is getting ready for exhibition play and scrimmage tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us, Coach. And first off, welcome to Northwest Nazarene.
I appreciate it. It's been here a few months. I've been here now, and we're getting the guys ready, working hard, and so it seems like it's been a long time actually to get ready for the season. Now it's about here. So.
Let's start off briefly with an extensive background, a vast array of different jobs, which also includes a vast amount of wins, which fans are going to love. Mount Vernon, NBA D-League, India, you've seen it all.
Well, I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to coach at some different levels. And a lot of my coaching has been at the college level and the school, very much like NNU when I was at Mount Vernon. But opportunities opened up for me later on where I was able to be in the NBA D-League for a couple years and really was able to see even firsthand how the Dallas Mavericks work. And I was there when they won their championship and got to spend some time, a little bit of time, and watching practices of Rick Carlisle. And so that was a real learning time. And then while I was there as well, I was working with Del Harris, and some of you may know that name. He's I think one of the top 10 coaches probably in the world, and he kind of came out of retirement and coached the D-League team when I was there. I was his top assistant that year, and learned a lot from him. I thought I knew some basketball before I worked with him, but he taught me a lot more. And then these last few years, I would have never thought I'd be spending my time in India. It's not like India is a hotbed for basketball. They're if you know cricket, that's what they're. It's almost like a religion there. But they were wanting to bring the team up, the national team, and their whole program. So it was a chance for me to not only improve basketball in India, but really make a difference in a lot of these young men's lives, coaches and players. And so we had some success there. It took some time, but I feel like we moved basketball up some. And now back to the college level where I've really spent most of my time.
How much does that help? You've obviously coached a lot at this level, over 440 wins in the college game, but then having connections with the NBA, having connections on an international stage for recruiting and showing guys where they can go down the line.
Yeah, it probably has been a bigger deal than I really thought of, even when I first came here. As I get talking with some of these recruits and different people that we're talking to about coming here as a player, when I start talking about little experience in the NBA and even my international experience, realize that most every player, whether they're good enough or not, want to think about going to the NBA or playing some pro ball. And so I tell them that I can't guarantee anything, but I can make the calls and I can put them in front of the right people, whether they're good enough to make the NBA or at least an international job. And so that has been an advantage that I'm just fortunate to have because of my background.
And the Crusaders are definitely fortunate to have that too. Let's talk about this year's team. You lose 8 guys from last year's team, including some players who were all conference and had some impact. The 7 guys returning, have they been a plus? How have they bought in, and how are they impacting the team?
Yeah. You know, when I took this job, basically there were 4 scholarship players back and then three walk-ons. And so it was late in the year, and I thought maybe this is all I'm going to the war with. But we were able to hire a coaching staff pretty quickly, and we got busy. And I was able to use some of these international connections that I have to bring in a few kids, and then we were able to bring in a couple of transfers. And so what I've told all these guys is that everybody's new. The coaching staff's new, all the players are new, and so it's not like we have returners and new players. They're returners to this program, but not to this system or to this coach. And so, you know, we made it to 15 players, and so that's a big plus right there, even having the numbers. And I think we brought in some quality players for as late as it was in the year to try to put a team together. I think at least we built a good foundation. We're certainly going to try to win as quickly as we can and to put a good product on the court, but it's going to take a little time. And we'll try to get there quickly, but I feel like we at least have the kind of talent with only 1 senior returning that we can at least build a good foundation for the years to come.
What do you think this team is going to be good at, or what will be the MO of this team? I know in the past it's been hard-nosed defense and a lot of effort.
Well, we're certainly going to try to do that as well. I mean, I think even when I was in India, that was our MO there, because that was probably our weakness when I got there, and by the time I left, it was our strength, because we were able to play with some of the top teams. And we'll work hard on the defensive end. We'll be a very up-tempo team. We're going to run what we call pressure offense, where we're getting the ball in misses and makes and moving it up the floor. It's not run and gun and poor shots by any means, but we're going to push it and see if we can get some baskets in transition, and then try to take away as many as possible. So we're trying to win the transition battle, both offensively and defensively. We're not pressing a lot, although those will be available. We'll do some trapping, but basically we're trying to get back and make every team we play half court, while we're trying to steal some possessions on the full court. But at the same time, we'll be really working hard at our man-to-man defense, and then we'll do a few things out of that, but it'll be based on our half-court defense.
Has there been any surprises so far? You've only had the team for a couple weeks officially on the floor, but any big standouts that are making impacts?
Well, you know, I think time will tell. I think there's probably more questions than answers right now, because we just had an inter-squad scrimmage and we haven't played anybody else. We feel like there's enough talent there to compete, but I know how good this conference is, and we're starting off with a bang by playing the #1, junior college team in the country in a scrimmage, and then of course the rival team, CFI, is ranked 6th in the NAIA. So it's not like we're kind of easing our way in, but we're going to find out a lot about ourselves. I think even this scrimmage, because it's going to be a team full of 7 or 8 Division I, type players, and so we'll get to do a lot of teaching, and we'll watch a lot of film and see where we're at. But I feel like we've got enough talent to compete. They picked us 9th in the conference, and hopefully we're going to do better than that. That's certainly our goal, and to surprise some people. And I think we've got some players that could happen. But again, there's still a lot of questions out there. And we were also dealing with the injury bug. One of our top players, Carlos Garcia, who's really going to hopefully play a lot at the senior spot, or at the center spot, has not hardly practiced at all. He's just getting back into action. And we've had a few other injuries. So we probably don't have the depth this year to lose some key players. So hopefully we keep them healthy.
Tomorrow night, College of Southern Idaho, not really a game that anybody's going to put in the score column because it's a scrimmage, chance to work out some of those bugs. But next Tuesday, it's huge. It means nothing and it means everything.
Yeah.
How have you prepared for College of Idaho?
Well, we'll probably get down to really preparing for them after this scrimmage is over. And so we have almost a week after that to start working on things. We've already seen them play twice. And so we will have a scouting report available for them. We have great respect for their program. I've gotten to know Scott over there, Garson at CVI, but it'll be a battle come game night. And I do realize it's an exhibition game for us, isn't on the record, but I know that people around here, it's a big deal. And so it's a big rival game, so we will treat it that way. And, as we've said, it's our first game. We're still going to be figuring some things out. Who should we be playing, or at which spot and all that. And, they'll have 4 or 5 games under their belt, so it's a little bit of an advantage there. But, come game time, we really can't think that way. We've got to come out and play the best we can and try to win.
And then a couple nights later, homecoming. It's of great luxury. You get probably 2 packed houses to start the year. How nice will that be, and how much will that maybe get some enthusiasm going in the locker room?
Yeah, I hope not only in the locker room but with the fan base. I hope that we can show that we're going to play hard and we're a team, and even though this is a first year and it may not happen overnight, hopefully the people will see that this is a work in progress and something that's really going to be good, if not now, down the road. And because we'll have packed houses those first 2 games, maybe that'll carry over even for our regular season games, and we'll see that kind of fan support. And it certainly is fun for the players to have that kind of environment.
I want to remind you fans, this coming Tuesday, tomorrow night, of course, the College of Southern Idaho. Too many colleges of Idaho coming in.
Right.
College of Southern Idaho scrimmage tomorrow night, 4:30. But the big one, 7 o'clock next Tuesday here at the Johnson Sports Center. The NNU men will be looking to knock off the Coyotes, so be sure to come out. Coach, I want to thank you. Good luck tomorrow night, and good luck for a great season.
Thanks, Mike.
Look forward to watching you.
Looking forward to it.
Perfect.
The Crusader volleyball team, here shown in white, took on Western Oregon and won in 4 sets Thursday night at the Johnson Sports Center. The Crusaders, in the midst of a 10-match win streak, then hosted Concordia on Saturday night. The Crusaders picked up a straight-set victory on Halloween. Also in action at the JSC on Halloween Saturday, the men's and women's basketball teams. Here, the women's team picked up a 75-43 exhibition win over Eastern Oregon.
Welcome back. We are joined by senior outside hitter for the Crusader volleyball team, Elayna Rice. Elayna, thanks for joining us today. First off, we're going to talk about the way the team's been playing. 10 straight wins. What has clicked for this team that wasn't happening in the first couple weeks of the season?
I think just like following the game plan, it's just been going so much easier, and Doug and Jet and Taylor put us in really good situations to knowing what is going on the other side of the net. And then Haley's doing an amazing job at dishing out sets, like knowing where to go in what situations, and so that puts us hitters in really good spots to score every time.
We mentioned after the match last week against Concordia, your first double-digit kill match in a while. How nice is it to have players that both offensively are so talented and, like yourself, so well-rounded that, you led the team in digs 3 straight matches while other people were getting the kills. How nice is that you have so many multi-talented players on this team?
It takes a lot of pressure off other people, I think, and especially like playing against other teams, like they don't know where it's going. Like Kenner could have an amazing night one night, and then the next night Maddie or Jenna or Vay, and so it just keeps like other teams guessing too, which is we can use to our advantage.
Obviously, your defense has had a huge impact. Jacqueline Johnson, Linnea Phillips, the defense is playing so great, and obviously that translates into great offense. You go into a big weekend, Alaska and then Alaska Anchorage. How much does it help that it seems like all facets of the game are playing so well with this big weekend coming up?
It helps a lot. It gives us a lot of confidence going into the weekend, especially, Fairbanks is just as important as Anchorage, and so we have to get it done on Thursday night, and then I think we're all pretty excited to see an amazing team like Anchorage again, and to try to just beat them in 3 up there again.
I know you guys don't want to look past Alaska on Thursday night. How tough is it to have that match before the Anchorage match?
I mean, you can look at it both ways. Fairbanks we can use as kind of working on things and like trying to solidify like different areas of our game. I mean, it obviously helped when Anchorage was here first, because that's fun to just get like the super hard game out of the way. But I mean, Fairbanks could be just as hard as Anchorage.
I know you guys have had some fun on these trips to Alaska. You looking forward to seeing some moose, maybe some northern lights or something like that?
Oh yeah, we always go to the North Pole, and that's fun.
And let's talk about the rest of the season. Four-way tie for first, but you guys are in the unique position. You hold your own fate in your hands. If you win out, you're league champions once again. How exciting is that you have that potential?
It's pretty exciting. It's nice to have that goal so real, and I mean, we still have 6 games to win, which can bring some more pressure on us, but honestly I think we're just looking at it one game at a time, and that's the way it should be, and whatever happens is going to happen, but we're hoping for that first place.
How exciting is it for you as a senior? I mean, we talked before the year that you'd love to not only make nationals, but do better than last year. You guys are back in that position where you could make nationals, and who knows what happens from there.
Mm-hmm.
How nice is it, senior year, you've at least put yourself in a position to do that?
It's been such a blessing, and the girls just have made it so much fun to work for and just go out every night and play with them. It's definitely a different feel from last year, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
I want to remind you fans, the team's on the road this weekend, but you can watch them online. Go to nnusports.com to click on the live video. And then the final 2 weeks of the season here at the Johnson Sports Center, including homecoming in a week and a half, as we have Volleyball Hall of Fame inductions, Liz Benier-Nixon and Coach Darlene Brash being inducted during what should hopefully be a fun and a good time at the volleyball court. Thank you for joining us, Elayna. Good luck this weekend in Alaska.
Thank you.